guys, good morning. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about big and small, and to do that we're reading Dinosaur Big and Small. Now this has a lot of words in it that I'm probably not going to know, but we're going to try it. Dinosaur words are not my cup of tea. Sometimes words aren't my cup of tea, but we are gonna try it. We're gonna get through it. Okay. Everyone knows some dinosaurs were big. How big? One of the biggest of all dinosaurs was the huge beast called Dilophosaurus. That's how we're saying his name. Hey, Seth. Seth and Sam are in here. Oh. Okay, you are probably about 4 feet tall, more or less. From the tip of its snout to the end of its tail, the Diplodocus was 89 feet long. That's longer than 22 kids laid out head to foot. Oh my goodness. So if you took Miss Blair's class and you put Miss Blair and Miss Reese on the end and you laid them down, that was how long this dinosaur was. That's long. A kid weighs about 75 pounds. Dilophosaurus weighed about 24,000 pounds, as much as 320 kids together. Ooh, wow. So that's like if you had the whole school, about the whole school, and you weighed everybody together. That's as much as that one dinosaur weighed. Do you think that's a lot of weight, big or small? That's big. That's a big dinosaur. The blue whale that swims in the oceans today is the largest animal alive. But the largest animals that have ever lived on land were a group of dinosaurs called sauropods. Dilophosaurus, or Seth, is one type. Say hi, Seth. Of sauropod. Also, sauropods were plant eaters. They had small heads, long necks and tails, and 4 strong legs. Look at that. What animal does that look like that we have now? Looks like a giraffe to me with a big long neck. How do we know how big a sauropod was? If we have enough bones from a dinosaur skeleton, it's not hard to measure how long the animal was. But figuring out how much a dinosaur weighed is not as easy. You can weigh yourself on a scale. No one can put a sauropod on a scale, and even if we could, we only have fossil bones to go on. We cannot even know exactly how heavy a dinosaur was. Scientists can only study the skeleton and make a good guess about how much fat and muscle the living animal might have had. They estimate. One of the biggest sauropods ever found is the gigantic Seismosaurus. It was more than 130 feet long. A school bus is just 30 feet long. So Seismosaurus was longer than 4 school buses parked end to end. Whew, if you've ever seen them lined up and when they do buses, that's from the front, that's like from Miss Audrey's room all the way down to the end of the sidewalk. That is a long dinosaur. Brachiosaurus was a sauropod with thick, sturdy bones. It was one of the heaviest dinosaurs. Brachiosaurus, his front legs were longer than its hind legs. It held its neck and head high. It could nibble on leaves at the top of the tallest trees. That was handy for him, wasn't it? Brachiosauruses may have weighed as much as 160,000 pounds. A grown-up elephant today weighs 10,000 pounds. So one Brachiosaurus would weigh as much as 16 elephants. Scientists say Brachiosauruses weigh 16 elephant units. 16 elephants, big, huge elephants. One dinosaur weighed as much as 16 elephants. Good gracious. Oh, look at this one. They had to put him on 2 pages. Oh my goodness. Argentinosaurus weighed even more than the hefty Bronchiosaurus. It may have weighed as much as 200 pounds or 12 elephant units. A few bones have been found from other sauropods that were even bigger. One vertebrae or backbone from a sauropodon is 5 feet tall. I know they have a child there. I'm just 5'2". So I'm just a little bit taller than 5 feet. Not very much. And one bone in this dinosaur's back was as tall as me. That's wild. Wow. The biggest man-eating no, that's not right. The biggest meat-eating dinosaurs, such as Gigantosaurus, hunted sauropods for supper. Oh, they hunted the big old dinosaurs. Gigantosaurus weighed less than 2 elephant units, so they were tiny. They were just 2 elephants. Small compared to the large plant eaters, but Gigantosaurus had a mouthful of sharp teeth the size of bananas. Would you like to have a tooth the size of a banana? I'm thinking not. And the meat eaters may have hunted in groups. This is the actual size of a Gigantosaurus's tooth. The actual size. This is their teeth. They're not that big. My goodness. That is a large tooth. Not all dinosaurs were gigantic, though. Some, like the iguanodon, were medium-sized. Iguanodon weighed about as much as 133 kids, or almost 1 elephant. Those were the medium dinosaurs only weighed 1 elephant. Iguanodons gathered in herds and grazed on ferns, much the same as today's elephant herds graze on bushes and grass. Some dinosaurs were even smaller than iguanodons. How much smaller? One sharp claw meat eater, Dinosaurus, was much smaller. It was only about the size of a grown man. Some dinosaurs weren't any bigger than you. You hear the cat? Cophilus. We were doing so well doing these names, and now it's gone downhill. Colophysius was another meat eater. It was about as heavy as one child. You wouldn't have wanted to tangle with it, though. They were fierce, and they were fierce. Wow. The feathered dinosaur, Claudiopteryx, was a turkey-sized dinosaur. Turkey! Compsognathus was even smaller. You could have carried it in your arms like a cat. Aww. Compsognathus ran fast on its bird-like legs. It caught and ate insects and small lizards with its sharp claws and teeth. Most scientists say that small meat-eating dinosaurs like Claudiopteryx and Compsognathus may have been the ancestors of today's birds. Let's see. Big or small, all dinosaurs have certain things in common. They all lived between 230 and 65 million years ago, and they all lived on land. That's interesting. I never thought about that. All dinosaurs walked tall with their legs directly beneath them. They did not sprawl out on bent legs like lizards or crocodiles, and they laid eggs like today's birds and reptiles. There's dinosaur eggs and a oviraptor egg and a manosaur egg, and there's a chicken egg. Can you see it? That's what we have is chicken eggs. Cats are running around here. One of the tiniest dinosaur skeletons ever found belonged to the Mosasaurus. This Mosasaurus died as a baby and was fossilized. It was so small you could have cradled it in your hand like a little bird. All baby dinosaurs were small, like all babies that hatch from eggs. Aww. Some types of dinosaurs hatched from their eggs and grew very big. Other types grew up but stayed small. From huge lumbering Dilophosaurus to quick little Compsognathus. Dinosaurs come in many different sizes, just like we are different sizes. We can be the same age and be different sizes, and that's okay because nobody's going to look the same. Nobody's going to act the same. Twins could look the same, but they're not going to act the same. And just because, like, take my cats, for example. Sam and Seth, they're both grown cats, but Sam is a lot bigger than Seth. They just are. My girls, Katie is older than Chloe, but Chloe is taller than Katie. It just happens. They're not very excited about it. So, yeah, I hope you liked today's lesson on big and small, especially on the dinosaurs. And I'm sorry I messed up all those words. Dinosaur names are not the easiest thing in the world for me to say. So, I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow is actually our last lesson. We're going to have a video on Friday from Miss Megan. But tomorrow is our very last lesson. I will see you then. Bye, guys.